a skiing area around here. There's a big bus.
They're people coming down skiing over this big river.
There. We're zigzagging all over the place here. Switching up and back. Snow cut off
Take a
here.
picture back that way, Dana, out your window.
Oh, there's a ski lift.
Look at the slope here on the right side, Dana.
People going up there.
There's a ski lift going up there. People skiing down the hill.
A lot of snow here yet. Chilly up here.
Lots of snow. Skiers heaven. Same skiers heaven. Oops. Can't walk too good after skiing all the morning. We're just leaving St. Christopher, Austria. There's a skier on the side of the hill here. Oh, baby, go. Lots of cars. I'm in Innsbruck, not Innsbruck. We're heading towards Innsbruck. But we're running through these. Looks like they build them here for snow coming down. These roads are open all winter for skiing areas. We just came down from the skiing area where we just were up there, where all those people were in the cars. These roads are coming from Innsbruck and from Garmisch, Munich. And we're heading that way now, east. I think they build these things here so the snow don't close these roads off in the wintertime. You come out of one tunnel and you go into another. less snow. There's a church on the hill. Oops. It must be a lot lower. There's no more snow. We can't be more than 20 miles away from that skiing area. These things are built for us or snow in the wintertime or avalanches. Meters long, that sign said. Austria, heading for Garmis. We're down this valley here and I can't figure out what these little buildings are all over the place. All kind of little buildings. I just wonder if it's hay barns that they put hay in.
I was just going to say that one of them looked like it had hay or something.
So I'm sure that's what they all are. They got all these old wooden hay rakes they
Look
use
at that.
for
That's,
arms.
yeah. Dump rakes. They just This is what we see out of our bedroom window here at Garmis. It says index. I wonder, oh, well, I wonder what index meant.
It's Friday morning.
Oh, I better press the button. Oh, that says 8:32, March 31st. Well,
We're on our way to the Linderhof.
we're on our way to the Linderhof. This is the mountain that we see out of the bedroom window. There's snow up in them there hills. Is that something? It says 8:32, but a.m. This is the 31st, I guess. Now they're getting in the car and we're ready to shut Ludwig's Castle, one of them. Oh, it's 10:05.
My grandmother was crying.
That fountain shoots up in the water over there. See them girl? Oh, that girl's in the way. Let's see if I can sneak in around here. Yep. Castle. There. How's that? Oh, yeah. Well, tourists. Tourists all over the place. I don't know what that is there. Yeah, let's swing around here and see what we got here. That dude's got a little church up there. Yeah, let's swing over here and see what we got here. Oh, look at there, a bunch of tourists waiting over to get inside. Hurry up and wait. Say, tourist, trees up. Yo. Say hi. Make off like you're a tourist. Yeah, let's look up there and see what's... Oh, yeah. What do we see up there? I don't know. Somebody up there. Oh, old Ludwig, he likes to have his girls well dressed. Just sneak around here. Oh, that. Hey, we'll go up there after. Hey, glass over it.
People who are standing at the back can move forward, and when we move further on, they can move forward and see the things here. Now this is one of the King's living rooms. It's called the Western Tapestry Room, but the walls are not real tapestries at all. They are paintings of real gold, applied in every room at ceiling level to plaster modelling, but around the walls mostly to wood carving with some metal. On the ceiling, the painting introduces the second main theme in Linderhof. After the French kings and their power and glory, we have the Greek mythology with the gods and goddesses, which is a different kind of power and glory. Here's the god Apollo, and Venus, the goddess of love. Venus, also called Aphrodite in Greek, appears a lot around the castle and the park. Up on the terrace there is the Venus temple. The curtains are the original French brocade, 110 years old. The seat coverings also original, very finely woven French tapestry, genuine Gobelin tapestry from Paris. The peacock in front of the window is French Sèvres porcelain, like the blue vase downstairs. There are two of these peacocks. Keeping things going. The king was up in these rooms, of his own free will, mostly completely alone. He was very intelligent and studious and read lots of books. And he lived mostly by night. He became nocturnal. So we find lots of candles in his castles. He liked to see it all by candlelight, alone, and in the middle of the night. He slept during the mornings. Over the throne, the Bavarian coat of arms has been hand-embroidered by two ladies from Munich on green velvet. It's lovely needlework. The insides of the canopy lined with a precious white fur ermine with the little brown tails. The fireplaces are hand-carved of grey Italian marble. The bronze equestrian statues show the kings of France. Here is Louis XIV again, the Sun King, and there's his great-grandson and successor, Louis XV of France. The wood carvings everywhere are very fine. For example, on the right of the canopy, symbols of the powers of the Catholic Church, spiritual power. And on the left, the symbols of the powers of the state, worldly power. All the details hand-carved of wood and covered with gold leaf. The red carpet looks like, you can get an idea of what it looks like by looking at that painting over that window up there. Their side. You've been there. What I wanted to say is that King Ludwig...
See like dragons down there?
It's a fireplace there, and carved out of marble.
The palace at Versailles. Near the two paintings over the doors, they see Louis XIV holding court in his bed at Versailles. Twice daily, there is the morning audience, and over here is the evening audience. A day in the life of an absolute monarch at Versailles 300 years ago. And here in Linderhof 100 years ago, no one ever came into this big bedroom because he didn't want to be surrounded by anybody. He just wanted to be left alone in his rooms. In any case, he was no absolute monarch. He was a constitutional monarch of the 19th century. It was not his job to rule. The country was run by the elected government. All the gold that we see here to the left and right of the bed is spun gold woven into cloth gold and applied here in lovely patterns in 3 dimensions on blue velvet. The Bavarian coat of arms, the royal coat of arms, is hand embroidered again by those 2 ladies from Munich. Beautiful needlework on royal blue velvet. It took years to do. The wood carving of the bed is very fine. At the back, the sun, the symbol of the French Sun King, and the little angel holds the lily, the symbol of the French crown, fleur de lis. The canopy above, a massive detail, beautifully hand-carved from wood by craftsmen, and covered with gold leaf. On top, real ostrich feathers represent royal power. The railing in front of the bed is the same as the bed of Versailles, it's a bit like an altar rail in a church. It separates the sacrosanct area of the crown of the anointed king, king by the grace of God, from the people. It's got a gate in the middle, a double gate that opens inwards. The great chandelier was made in Vienna of Bohemian lead crystal. It's got over 100 candles and weighs half a ton. Yes, candles might fall down. Outside of the garden there, you see a mountain stream has been harnessed to provide a cascade of mountain water. Very precious in this room, very beautiful, are the surround with the mirrors at the back and the tables below, a feast of precious ice and porcelain. On the ceiling, the painting shows the raising to glory of the French Sun King Louis XIV. He's seated in the golden chariot of the sun god, and the young Apollo. All the colours the paints have never been restored in over 100 years. It's amazingly well preserved. We pass now to the little thing cabinet. She lost her head in the revolution, like many others. This is the dining room where the king could dine alone without servants intruding. When the king was in certain moods, he couldn't stand even the servants around him. And when they weren't allowed to come to the table had to go to the servants. And he does so quite simply by disappearing down through the floor, just sinks down out of sight. The floor here then closes automatically over into the matching carpeted surface. Downstairs, the table would then be laid by the servants with all the fine things fit for a king. And then when the king was ready to have his main meal, which was always well after midnight, the floor here would open and the table would then rise, now covered with all the wonderful things. And the cooks knew their job, and they knew what was expected of them, and they were masters of their craft. So we imagine what the table did look like. And then by candlelight the king could sit down and dine alone in his splendid isolation, undisturbed, unobserved. It's the ideal table for a recluse. It's a hand-operated lift operated downstairs by the servants. They turn wheels and it all happens. It's kept in good working order just in case, because you never know. All the flowers here are made of the finest Meissen porcelain, extremely fine. Some of the petals we've got broken off. The leaves are silk. They've faded now after 110 years. On the buffet we have Venus, the goddess of love once again, Aphrodite. On the ceiling, more gods and goddesses. Up on the ceiling here, the lady in blue, Flora, goddess of flowers. Look at her leg and foot, you see it's hanging out of the ceiling. And up here is my very good friend here, Bacchus, the god of wine. You see the legs modelled from plaster on the thigh, and it's hanging out from the ceiling. This was a feature of the old Baroque style, creating this three-dimensional face. All the figures modelled from plaster around the statue, everything to do with it, even the hunting horn is there. On the right, the theme is fishing, everything's there. And over here it's farming, there's gardening, everything hand-carved. Then up above it plaster, the wine harvest, grain harvest, fishing and hunting. So this theme beautifully illustrated. For a dining room, of course, it's just the right theme if you'd like to do something like that though in your dining room. It would be something in Versailles, and the women more mistresses of Louis XV. Brocade, seat coverings, the original French Gobelin tapestry. The walls are again not tapestries, but paintings on canvas, scenes from the Greek mythology, more gods and goddesses. The black marble around the doors is from Belgium. And here's the second peacock, made of French Sèvres porcelain, and the floors oak with these lovely dark inlays everywhere. Brazilian wood, rosewood. The king died on the 13th of June, 1886, in Starnberg Lake near Munich. The day before he was found dead in the lake, he had been deposed by the Bavarian government. Because of his extreme isolation, living alone in his castles, losing touch with reality, and because he was planning to build more castles to live alone in. There was the Byzantine Palace and the Chinese Palace and the Gothic Castle, all planned in detail and all dedicated to that theme dear to the king's heart, absolute monarchy and the divine right of kings. But King Ludwig also believed that he had a divine right to the money for those castles. He had an annual allowance, as all constitutional monarchs do have an allowance granted by the government, and he had it about 5 million a year. But he spent most of it on building castles. But he overspent, got into debt, because he was building too much at once. And he asked the government in Munich to grant him the money to carry on building the new castles. But of course the government refused to grant the king a single penny of public money for his castles. They took a very different view. Instead they wrote him a letter, and in the letter advised him, firmly but politely, to stop building castles and start to clear his debts out of his income over the coming years. A very sound proposal with which any bank manager would agree. But the king didn't agree. He didn't want to know. He just wanted to build his castles, because that had become his purpose in life, his mission. And so the government saw the crisis. They intervened and deposed the king, with the permission, of course, of the other senior members of the royal family. And the king was taken prisoner in Neuschwanstein at midnight on the 12th of June, escorted under guard through the night to the little castle called Berg Castle on the shores of Starnberg Lake, to be kept there. But a few hours after arriving there, the king's body was found dead in the lake. We assume that he'd entered the water of his own free will. It seems he was followed into the water by his guardian, Dr. Gooden, who tried to get him out of the water again. There was a struggle, and both men died. The cause of the king's death has never been ascertained. He was only 40. He's buried in St. Michael's Church in Munich. At the room of mirrors. In all the rooms, the mirrors seem to make the rooms bigger because we have reflections. And the reflections, of course, create optical illusions. None more remarkable than the one that we have when we stand between the two side mirrors here, look one way or the other. We seem to be looking down an endless corridor or gallery. Of course, Lindenhof is much too small to have a real gallery of mirrors. You find that in his last castle of Herren Chiemsee. It's spectacularly beautiful, all the mirrors there. But here we have this optical illusion. And we seem to be looking down this endless corridor. Now, of course, it's supposed to be seen at night with the candles lit. That's the whole purpose of a room like this. And then, with the candles lit, among all the other wonderful effects, then we're looking down this glorious gallery of golden candlelight illumination stretching into infinity. A spectacular... The spirit of King Ludwig still lingers in this, his favourite room. Around us we find a large collection of small vases coming mostly from Japan or China. He liked collecting vases. The chandelier in the alcove is very precious indeed, hand-carved by one man from Indian ivory. Carved in the shape of lilies, the symbol of the French crown. Fleur de lis. The carved ivory chandelier is regarded as perhaps the most precious item in the whole castle. The fireplaces in this room are not marble, they're faced with blue stone lapis lazuli from Russia. A table between the fireplaces is one of the most beautiful things in the castle. It's inlaid with lapis lazuli and lots of other precious stones of different colours. The whole circle of French lilies, petals, leaves. On the ceiling, the painting shows the birth of Venus, the goddess of love rising from the sea. She was born from the foam of the waves of the sea, near Cyprus. She appears all around the castle. There is a cave in the park called the Venus Grotto. There is the Venus Temple standing on top of the terrace there. The king has thought a lot about the goddess of love, which is sad when we know that King Ludwig himself never knew the real love of another human being. He was always in pursuit of ideals till his dying day. Well, you've had this look into this special world of this remarkable, lonely, but in many ways gifted man, who also happened to be a king, Ludwig II, King of Bavaria, but whose kingdom was perhaps not entirely of this world. Well, I thank you for your visit and hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that I've been able to make it interesting for you, to make it worthwhile. I've tried my best. And now we go down the stairs, and I'll show you the way out through a small secret door behind the stairs. It's one of the secrets you get let out of and not into. And as you go down the stairs now, remember the words of the Irish poet Yeats. In a poem, he wrote some words which King Ludwig's spirit would, I think, whisper to us now as we leave this, his favourite room in Lindenhof. Please tread softly, because you're treading on my dreams. Bye-bye. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you very much.
Table's all stony anyway. What? Shoot that thing there instead. The horse. Cleaning horses.
looks like it. I don't know, maybe or not. See, the one's holding up water for the horse.
That's all, folks.
Take a picture.
Just outside the palace castle. Nice, eh? The outside building. Some base outside.
Every time I bring to get a picture, just take it right here, guys. You can get all the stuff. Just get it quick.
Way out there. Oh, imagine that. This will come on in about 10 minutes or so here. Every full hour they turn it on. That's facing out the front of the castle. Here's looking like from the other side. That's what it looks like. It's not really very big. You saw all the rooms in it. They're hiding. There they are. Another real nice day today.
The guy, when we were coming out from inside there, he asked if we were with that tour, and I says no. He said, well, you want to go up that way and see whatever that is up there.
Still at the Linderhof. Father taking pictures of Dan. I don't know where Mother went. That's the thing, it's gonna come on in a few minutes. There he is. Is he ugly or what? Zoom in on that mug. Hey Dan. 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 Look at me.
What?
Where did you go?
We're at Crazy Ludwig's castle yet. Oh, there it is.
Much steps to them.
It's okay with me.
You're walking, you don't
Yeah.
get cold. You don't feel like you're going upstairs for them. What do you think that one is? You think so?
See all the tourists? There's one sitting right down in front of me here. Say, tourists. Say hello.
Hi.
Here's another tourist Oh, there's another tourist.
All the tourists have nothing to do.
Waiting, story of our life.
Get them the next fountain while you're looking up that way.
Yeah, going down there.
Holy geez, look at that water go. Way up there. Oh, look at that baby shoot water. Huh. Hey, Teresa. You, Teresa. Yo. Wave to the kid.
Go. Window shopping.
Right, the tools he's got there.
Yeah, this town is known for, there was a plague. I don't remember what kind of disease it was, but it was coming into town, getting real close, and it was killing everybody. And it stopped real short, stopped right before it got to the town. So they have now, the city decided to do something then, after this was all over. So they decided every 10 years they would have a passion play, and it's in that building right in front of us. We'll go inside there in a couple of minutes, and then we'll do some more window shopping, I'm sure. I'm gonna try and make one of those.
See this? Look at the price, 5 and 6, $350. And here's it's all over around $1,000 for assessment.
It had too much use this
Here it is, 6, 7, 6, 500.
Well, hold on. You want to try my credit card?
$5,700? Any smart, right smarts?
Nope. The Last Supper.
$3,000 for that?
I got it.
You think that's carved out of one chunk of wood or what?
Yep.
Whoa. So if a guy were to make a mistake someplace, he'd have to start all over?
No, we just covered up.
I wanted to put it on this.
Not
thing.
your version.
See that? Lisa? Glass up in there? $1,000? Oh wait, $2,500. Here's one. What? Here's one, Danny. Mechanical.
How much?
208 marks.
That don't look like a monastery, it looks like hang gliders. Just flying around. Another one. It's a monastery here. What it is, why it is, don't ask me. Gonna go inside. What, Dana? Yes, I got the gliders, Dana. few flowers out, but then there's still snow back over here. Oh my God.
Look at the pansies.
Flowers.
Pansies. Pansies, Dan.
Flowers.
Pansies. Just like you.
outside
You're a
the church.
pansy.
To the
Ooh, it's cold in here.
kerchief.
Give it a rest.
It's like walking into a refrigerator.
See the pipe boarding?
Deep in thought.
I forgot to take pictures. Do you want some? Huh?
What?
Do you want some pictures?
Of what?
Ein bisschen abstürzen.
Gerne. Wo? Da?
Weil es
Der Sicherheit gibt.
Oh, there it is. I knew I'd find something if I kept looking.
Der.
Yeah,
Nein, das ist das. Dort gucken.
that's some kind of castle. Lots of castles. Oh, let's back off and see what's around. Oh, look at that water, mountains.
Stadt haben wir heute am Gehen.
Lots of water. Oops, got another tourist on that deal. Some or other, our car is way in the heck down there, someplace. Someplace down there. Oh, where are we at now? Oops, there we are. Pretty nice. Ooh-wee. There, come on. There's tourists ahead of me here. Yeah, let's look. What is that? Oh, that's that castle. That's a long way, so it's all the way downhill, and that's a long hill. I'm looking down, not up. We're there at the top. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's up there. There's another one. And a tourist and a person taking a picture.
Like 2 million.
We're in the throne room over at Disney Palace. That's a mosaic on the floor. Pretty good. Now we're looking out the window. Turning right around at the highest point is a stage here. We just got off the tour in this courtyard of some sort. All the tourists around. The mountain there with snow. Shoot her back here. Oh, there she is. Way up there. Let's see what we get. Oh, there's some pictures there, but I don't know if you can see them. Painting on the side of the building. And here's the top. This is what you see pictures of mostly. There's the big door. There's the tower. I know what these round goddamn things are now. They're staircases. And there's another one. This was at the side of the building, and there's staircases. Teresa, you're on. Look at her. Whoo-wee. Yeah. Now she's over here. There's the tower. Let's zoom back in here. And there's the crazy towers. Oh, the towers. That's all there is staircases. And we went to the top and to the bottom. All these here are for sale. 7 Deutschmarks. $7.90. Oh, there's one. There's another one. And another one. And some more. And more. That's pretty nice. Look at this one. Oh, that's pretty. That one. That one. Pretty good. There's the tourists going down the hill. Why? Because there's the castle up there. That son of a gun. If you can see, they got a whole bunch of tight lions on top of the roof. Oh, there's one there and one up there. I think he's guarding. Way up there. Oh.
It's not that steep, come on. About 55% grade. Walking down from the castle. We're almost at the bottom now. Time for a break.
Too tired tourists.
Break time.
Break time. Today's Friday?
Good thing we took the bus up.
One more week.
We went to Beta.
I don't know. This sure is a lot of fun, though.
I wouldn't have made it all the way up either walking.
Well, some people are trying it. Look, that old high there. I thought, how the hell did they get up that high?